When I finished reading, I was really kind of almost surprised at how much Michael had stayed with me through it all, you know. And I realized that actually he was just a very special character, a very determined guy, but is, you know, just very compromised all the way along, compromised by his situation, compromised by the work that he's doing for the Russian mob, essentially, compromised because of his family situation. Felix is the only thing essentially that Michael has in the world that he feels kind of connected to, that he feels you know, that he loves, simply, and yet Felix is just being constantly used as this toy, you know, this kind of carrot to dangle in front of Michael, to force him into doing certain things. Michael is somebody who has a deep desire to be a father, to teach his son certain things, but has a life which means that he has totally, absolutely no control over that, and no way of really being a proper father to his son. He's a tragic character. I think that he has his own heroism, weirdly. I think that he is somebody that is actually kind of easy to relate to, and therefore kind of carries that section of the story in a certain way, and we go on the journey with him. We understand when he's compromised, and we feel the walls coming down around him. Gabe is kind of the most mercurial of the bunch, in a way. He's Russell's brother, which he's also himself an ex-cop, but him being Russell's brother means that there's a certain affinity, therefore, between Michael and Gabe, which the others don't have. But he's also, he can be a bit of a liability. It's always great when you have a director like that who is talented and also incredibly personable and charismatic, because, you know, it sort of affects everybody on the cast and the crew, and you really start to sort of build a kind of sense of family. What can you say about Kate Winslet? She's an incredible actress, an amazingly talented person, and I've rarely been so kind of moved and engaged by somebody in, you know, a rehearsal, just sitting around in the hotel reading bits of the script and feeling, you know, just so incredibly well prepared, extraordinarily well prepped, and just generous with it, you know, ready to kind of give it all and to really get involved with the team of the crew, and, you know, and John Hillcoat, obviously. It just sort of capturing moments, you know, and it sort of just started to feel very organic and very easy, you know, and I think that that's to do with really talented people. Every single person is not only incredibly talented as actors and have their own journeys as actors, like totally different journeys, just as people, you know, but are completely grounded and, you know, completely thorough, and all of them, you know, charismatic and determined, you know, and exciting actors to watch and be around. Aaron Paul, I mean, he's great, and he's, I mean, constantly been putting out these great turns, and so now with this, again, the kind of opportunity to play this sort of maverick, this kind of guy that's kind of a little bit off the wall, hard to pin down, and he really embraces all of that and really relishes it. He has that kind of calmness to him, Anthony, you know, and a jovial sense of the world, you know, which is just above this kind of very steely, very serious kind of energy, this very kind of very determined working energy, and I really admire that, actually, and he really brings that also into the role, and he can have that sort of duality, which I find exciting and almost mercurial somehow. And so him playing Franco is just, you know, just perfect, you know, this kind of, you know, this sort of totally morally compromised cop, you know, who just doesn't have a sort of even a shaft of light, you know. Whereas in the hands of Clifton is this deeply kind of complex guy that you feel a huge amount of emotion for, that you're kind of that you're right with him every step of the way. It's the emotional twists and turns of the film that really got me. You know, that you're supporting one character for a moment and then it twists around and you're in somebody else's pocket and you're feeling different things about different people all the way through the journey, and you realize that actually what you've been looking at is a very complex system.